Hello everybody, so in this video I'm going to go ahead and run you through the process of swapping out the O-rings for your wash nozzle, both inner and outer, on an AU5800. So first things first, make sure you're obviously not running, you're in standby, stop mode, whichever works. You want to make sure you have a towel, and you want to make sure you have some sort of sticks to pry the O-rings out. Preferably you could also break off a little tip, give you something to kind of like get a little bite in and sort of dig it out. So the first thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and take off the wash nozzle. So again, just one quick little screw, little nut comes loose, lift them right off. So there is a position right here you can put the wash nozzle. Now you can hold it or you can leave it there, but you want to make sure you have a towel underneath it. So if you want to put it there, you can literally put a towel and sit it there. That way all the tips are covered by the towel, nothing can drip down. And then you want to go ahead and loosen both of these so they come off. Again, once you do that, all the liquid's going to start shooting out there. If you let him hang, the liquid's going to come down onto the floor. So just do like this, let it all drip out the top. Same thing for this one, unloosen that one, let it drip out the top. Okay, make sure there's nothing dripping out of here getting onto your panels, and just double check to make sure nothing got down underneath the towel. So the next thing is we're going to go ahead and put the machine in stop. If it's not already in stop, put it in stop mode. So you hit the square button and you go under your your menu list, maintenance, maker maintenance, analyzer diagnostics, and diagnostic start, and then your combination tab, and then all magnets on off. We'll just go ahead and just select if you're only doing unit 1, unit 2, whichever, just only have the one that you're working on currently, or if you're doing multiple ones, do all those units as well. And go ahead and hit OK. That way now you click on this green button here and everything should have no power. So go ahead and just move the arms out of the way of the cuvette wheel, make sure everything is clear. Remove the mix bars, turn the cover so it's not like over the cuvette wheel, kind of like giving you the shape here. Same thing with this one, remove the mix bars, have it so you can access the cover easily. Take off this little guy here, set it to the side. Okay. Same thing with these arms, just kind of pop them out of the way. And then you should be able to kind of lift up the cover. So I'll show you here, you lift them up, you kind of do one angle this way, and do the other angle that way, and it comes right off. Okay. Now that's out of the way, you can go ahead and pry out all these little O-rings. So just make sure again, I like to cut a little tip on there, that way you can kind of get inside the hole, pry it out, put the O-rings down. Now before you swap them all, get the new O-rings and compare them. They should be the same size. If they're smaller or bigger, possibly you got the wrong ones. So go ahead and make sure they fit the same size. Get the new O-rings. There's no up or down or right way to put them in. Just make sure when you put it in that you kind of push them down. That way they're sitting flush so they don't get pinched. And then do all of these and all of these. Okay? Once that's done, go ahead and put these back on. Obviously make sure you match up the colors. And when you screw it on, give it a little turn so it bites into the O-ring. It makes a nice tight seal. Same thing with this one, match up the colors, and little turn to bite into the seal. Okay. Once that's done, you're going to take off your wash nozzle. There's going to be probably a little liquid on here, so you want to wipe off the tips. Just, kind of shake it a little bit, make sure it's not dripping anywhere, because you don't want to get water onto your cuvette wheel. Then go ahead and put it inside the carrier and screw it down. Okay, make sure it's nice and flush, nothing is sticking up. And just do a quick visual, make sure the nozzles didn't get bent or something weird happened. Everything should look pretty much perfectly in line. Okay. So we're going to do 2 modes of wash nozzle tests. So the first one is just going to go analyzer unit, and we're going to do cuvette wash unit. So I believe you should be able to do this under stop mode, yes. Okay, so let's go sequence, And it's going to do just a cuvette wash unit one time. So we'll hit OK. And then obviously I'm not going to do it now because I don't have the new O-rings, but once you hit the green button, everything's going to reset. I mean, you might want to put these back first, to be honest, but it shouldn't matter. It'll go ahead and move the arms back, move the mixer back, everything like that. And then it's going to take the wash nozzle to go down once to purge the cells and then go down again to fill them up. You want to do this process 2-3 times. Again, you're going to let it kind of finish the cycle, hit the button, hit the green button again, do it again, hit the green button again. It takes 2 to 3 times to prime everything up with liquid. And again, you might see a little dripping, but as long as it's not flooding the cuvette, so you want to keep a good eye. Make sure nothing is flooding over the top of the cuvette, but it really shouldn't. Okay, once you do that 2-3 times, we'll go ahead and exit out of here. So again, you don't have to reset anything, it'll do it on its own. We'll go ahead and hit the diagnostic start button so everything grays out. Go to the menu list, maintenance, and now this time user maintenance. So under user maintenance, we'll hit the analyzer maintenance button, and then near the bottom, it says prime wash nozzle. And this is where we're gonna have it do 10 times, which is the maximum cycles. And then hit OK. Same thing, once you do that, you'll hit the green button. It might reset everything and then have you hit the green button again. Some versions of the software are different. But if you don't see it actually going down, just hit the green button again. It'll be lit up. And then essentially he does it 10 times in a row. And you want to have, if you have a flashlight, if you have a way to kind of get close and watch it, you should be able to see the wash nozzles dispensing, nothing dripping from any of the nozzles. If you're fine with that, again, I would do that maybe 2-3 cycles, 20 times, 30 times. We're trying to confirm that there's no air being allowed into the fluidic lines that could possibly cause it to drip because the O-rings are maybe pinching or not seated correctly. That will kind of give you the confidence that, okay, everything looks good. And again, you want to confirm inner and outer wheel. And once that's done, you want to go ahead and come back to the computer, do the same steps reverse, go ahead and undo the maintenance, make sure you're in stop mode, go to maker and maintenance again, analyzer diagnostics, diagnostic start, combination, magnets off, click on the unit itself, hit OK, click on the green button. That will give you power to move everything out of the way again. Because again, once you do those maintenance steps, it moves everything back to where it should be. But you can't put on the cover if it's in the way. So again, move these out of the way, turn the mixers, out of the way, remove the wash nozzle. Again, he shouldn't be dripping at all. Have them hang, put them back here. Don't worry about that. That's loose. That should be tight. And then same thing with the cover. You slide it under one way. You slide it under the other way. And you want to make sure that the lines line up so you can see that lines up right there. And you should feel it drop into like a groove and it shouldn't move. So again, you're looking for like perfect lines. Nothing should be out of sequence. And then you just put the wash nozzle back. Go ahead and tighten them back on. And obviously these are going to be tight, but for my purposes, I was just testing it. So, but if you need to confirm, make sure these are tight. And then, once they're down, just give them a little, not even a quarter turn, like an eighth of a turn, just to make sure that they're biting into the O-rings. So again, if you want to confirm that, hopefully they should be the same way they were without you touching it from before. Yeah, and then once that's done, put your little cover back on. Really, if you want to move the arms back into place, put your mix bars back in. You could even move the arms back into place, but it shouldn't really matter. It should do it on its own. And then same thing, you go ahead and end diagnostics. You're going to come back out to your main menu, and then you can go ahead and go back into standby. So after you're done, go back into standby, everything will reset. And then at that point, you should do your W2 and photocal. So I'll be under your maintenance, user maintenance, your W2. Obviously, we're not in warm up right now, but when you hit your W2, it'll say, do you want to run photocal with it as well? You hit yes, and then it'll run your W2 and photocal at the same time. And then that should be enough to confirm that your O-rings are replaced and functioning properly. If your W2 and photocal pass without any issues, you should be good to go.